You should absolutely create a personal creative brand no matter what profession you're in. You don't even need to do this for the money. Control over your personal brand and demonstrating expertise in your area are the two great benefits you can achieve right away. In today's video, I'll share with you the framework to help you develop the strategy for your personal brand. And as a bonus, I will share my personal story and how this very channel and control over my personal brand helped me escape one of the worst situations at work. Let's dive in. Here is that framework. I'll cover it step by step as we go through the video. The visual is created for someone who is about to embark on this journey, or you could be already halfway through the process, and hopefully this framework will give you an idea of the next steps or help you identify the steps you might have missed. I assume you already have an idea for the genre you want to cover. Ultimately, it's absolutely up to you on what kind of content you will make. My only advice at this stage is to consider what is your North Star. It can change and evolve, but it's important to have one, something to aim for. Do you want to be a go-to expert on the subject in the industry, a fierce critic whose opinion everyone respects, a fun and entertaining individual who wants to show the brighter side of the job, or you'd be doing the expose on bad practices and want to hide your face and voice to protect a real identity to avoid affecting your career? Anything goes. If you struggle to pick a lane, search on YouTube or Google for some of these ideas within your industry. See what other creators post on their platforms, and maybe one of them will inspire you to create something similar, but with your personal touch. Don't overthink it. I spoke with a creator who makes videos reviewing elevators. 1,000+ videos just about the elevators. So you can definitely find something unique in your profession. When it comes to monetization, branding, logos, all those kind of things, none of it has to be part of the discussion right now. It's all about deciding the kind of genre you want to be in and the type of content you want to create. Speaking of, here is the short list of the biggest categories for the type of content you can create. As you can tell, you could go as deep as a full-blown video documentaries or as low-lift as a short. Or maybe you don't even want to be on camera and you can pick the newsletter, LinkedIn post format, or a podcast. When it comes to the type of content, you can gradually try them all and even actively in the future support 2 to 3 different types of content as you evolve your personal brand. My primary advice at this stage, don't oversubscribe yourself. Creating content is hard, so pick one type to start with and do it for a little bit of time before you expand to the next type. Otherwise, you'll spread yourself thin, produce lackluster content across multiple types of content, and progress nowhere. Based on the type of content, you'll naturally think about the equipment you need. And here's my gentle reminder. You don't need it. No, I'm serious. If you have a smartphone, you already have the tool to create every type of this content. Newsletters, videos, audio formats, your iPhone can handle it. Save your money until you're committed to this idea of evolving the personal brand. For now, start with the smallest budget possible. Text and audio can be created directly on a phone or your laptop. For audio, I recommend investing up to $100 into a solid microphone, and for video, I'd use the phone and invest up to $100 to $150 into the microphone and the light combination. Audio and lighting gives you the best bang for your buck when it comes to investing into the improvement of the quality of the content. Don't rush dumping thousands of dollars into expensive equipment. Get to know your genre, get to know the type of content you create, confirm over the year that you really enjoy creating it and you're committed to it long term, and then start investing and upgrading the scale and the quality of the content you produce. Now it's time to create. A few tips on this part of the process. Check out my framework on the evolution of the creator to learn about what stages you should anticipate to go through. At the very beginning, focus on the quantity over quality. Produce the first 100 or so pieces of content, and that will tell you if you really enjoy and what you enjoy creating and whether you want to change anything about it. When ideating about the content, I have a series of shorts on how to brainstorm the unique ideas for your content. Consider Jobs to be Done framework to nail the value proposition for your channel and your content. It's important to understand what kind of job your content serves to both attract the right audience and to potentially attract the sponsorship opportunities if monetization is one of your goals. Once again, I have an entire video diving into this topic. If you decide to monetize, study the flow of the money in the creator economy. It's important to understand who and how makes the money in this space if you are to become one of them. My prior video covers this topic. Final tip, before I share my personal story, I generally avoid mentioning the company I work for 9 to 5. Sure, You can easily find it on my LinkedIn, but to avoid the need to constantly align with the marketing, HR, legal teams, I just keep its name out of the videos. Every single manager of mine I've worked for in the lifespan of this channel knew that I post on YouTube regularly. No one cared. But even then, better keep the church and the state separate and keep your company out of your content and your content away from company equipment, and don't abuse the time the company pays you for to work on their projects. Now, a quick personal story, avoiding any names and the company names. As I mentioned, I keep those away from my videos. I was leading in product development at one of the companies, and I developed this product. We confirmed that this product can be monetized, and my company ended up hiring who is more experienced than me to be essentially my manager. That turned out to be one of the worst, the worst manager I've ever worked for. The job got very stressful, very annoying, constant yelling sessions in the office on Fridays. It was terrible. And what I also missed is the fact that that person controlled the narrative around our relationship. So he would communicate very differently and very different narrative up the chain, eventually affecting my reputation within that business unit. It all worked out. I was able to eventually transfer over to a better job, to a better business unit. But that taught me a lesson that you should never let someone control the narrative over your personal brand. And your personal brand is effective in the corporate environment, in the startup environment, and outside of it. My YouTube channel helped me reinforce the confidence that I had in my own skills. As you can imagine, you start doubting yourself when you hear someone constantly barraging you and essentially making you feel like you know nothing about your job. My YouTube channel was a constant reminder that I am diligent, I am a hard worker, and I can continuously improve. So now, I use my channel also as a way to communicate out there what my personal brand looks like and who I am as a professional. And every time I interview, every time I talk to people about my professional expertise, I don't have to rely on a piece of paper in the form of the resume on my LinkedIn page. I can point at my YouTube, I can point at like 400 plus weeks of weekly uploads to show my work ethic, my dedication, how I improved it, my expertise, my knowledge with these kind of subjects. I can do a lot in the way I can communicate and reinforce my personal brand thanks to this YouTube channel, even though I don't make a single dollar off of it. So why would you let someone else, a piece of paper, or a LinkedIn profile be the lead voice of your personal brand? Be that voice. Use the content, whether it's written, audio, video format, be the voice of your personal brand, and you will see how well your career progresses. I hope all of this was useful. This is all based on, personal scars, trials, and tribulations. So I love sharing this kind of content with all of you out there. If you have any questions or comments about what you heard in this video, drop them in the comment section below, and I'll see you next Saturday. Peace.